Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to a brand new video today. And before I start this video and what I'm going to talk about, I did not make a video after the Burnley match. That was the Monday night match, and many of you might have thought, why didn't I make a video? It was a simple reason. I guess a lot of you will already know about it, that it was so tough. It was to actually make a video, to actually switch on the camera and talk about a match which we should have won. It was such an easy match. We should have actually, not easy in the point of on paper it was an easy match, because roughly anybody out there will say that Chelsea will go ahead and get 3 points, where we ended up getting just 1 point, and Burnley coming to Chelsea, coming to Stamford Bridge and dropping. It took all my energies. I had no energy to actually make. I was so disinterested. Let me put it this way. I was so disinterested to even go ahead and switch on the camera and say something about the match. But today, after maybe a couple of days, I just feel that maybe it's okay. I'm gonna make a video. This video is not just about Burnley. I'm going to talk a little bit about this midweek matches, how it concerns us, and what if maybe. And later on, I'll talk a little bit about another video I'm going to make in a couple of days about the transfers that Chelsea, with the transfer ban, the kind of players Chelsea will have to bring back. The likes of Mason Mount and Tomori and Da Silva, Ola Aina, Tammy Abraham, just a few of them. Marco Van Ginkel is already here, so I'll talk about that, not in this video, but I'm just saying that this is the kind of video I'm going to make in the coming next video, that before the Manchester United match, the Sunday match. So starting with the Burnley match, should have talked about it, made a video yesterday maybe, but the fact is we have to look at it in a perspective. We have to change our perspective at it. From a Chelsea fan, from a Chelsea point of view, as fans of Chelsea Football Club, we will have to do something, lower our expectations. Maybe I've spoken about this maybe a month back in one of my other videos, where I spoke about lowering expectations, and I guess reiterating the same fact that we as Chelsea fans will have to think about, we are not the great team anymore. The likes of Man City and Liverpool have taken over. Spurs at times look like they can be champions, especially their Champions League form currently they're doing great. So we, not just we, Arsenal, Man United, the traditional top 3 of the Premiership, we as a whole, not just Chelsea or Stamford Bridge, or not the fans of Chelsea Football Club, we all have to think that we have to lower our expectations from our football club because of certain reasons. Either we are not buying the right players, either the manager is not good enough, either our ownership or our people who are buying these players are not doing great deals for us. We're talking about Chelsea right now. So these things have to be in our mind before we can actually think of winning big trophies or playing. Now obviously you guys can ask me why we were winning is Burnley, but these things will happen. We are making the same mistakes, so we cannot expect things to go anything better unless we have changes being made. Either again changes which can be changing the manager, changing some of these players who are not good enough, mediocre players, changing maybe the ownership, changing maybe the people who actually bring these players to Stamford Bridge in the first place. All these changes, but we as Chelsea fans, how disappointed we are. Irrespective of that, we have to lower our expectations. We cannot just go ahead and start thinking that we will still come up with wins against teams, any teams in that matter. Even with this side, we don't have the JTs and Lambs and Didier Drogba's in our side anymore to get us victories anymore. So keeping that in mind, if you remember a few years ago when Chelsea was the big team and the sides like Liverpool and Man City used to drop points, they were inconsistent, and at times we look into this, the scorecard, the weekend score line, and see, Man City drop points. And we are that Man City, we are that Liverpool right now. We are the teams which can win a couple of matches against Brightons and West Hams, and then we drop points against a team like Burnley. We are that inconsistent team now, so we have to live with it. Unless there is some changes made, players, managers, whatever, those will be staying with us. So no expectations as such. We cannot make any expectations as Chelsea fans any longer. We cannot think of winning the Europa Cup, so we need to quit that. We need to quit thinking of playing Champions League. If it comes to us, then we should be very happy, we should be overjoyed, we should be thankful. But we should not expect, here we go, Wolves versus Arsenal, Wolves can beat Arsenal, and here we go, we have a chance of winning getting into the top 4. No expectations, we cannot expect, because if we expect all these things, we will get disappointed more, because this team is not good enough, except a couple of players in the team, Hazard, N'Golo Kante, Hudson-Odoi, and now he is out with the injury, maybe Loftus-Cheek a little bit, and a couple of other players. Actually, this team is not good enough to get us the results we are requesting, or we are requiring for us to finish in the top 4. It would have been very easy had we, by now, we would have cemented our top 3 position had we won this kind of matches, but it will not going to happen. They are making the same mistakes. All this time they were conceding goals just after the half time. Now they're conceding goals on the first 15 minutes, which is also very crucial. You cannot concede goals at that time, and they did. So, and those are silly goals again. Those are defensive lapses more than anything else. So anyways, I think a lot of people have talked about it. It's still going on. Let's not talk about much more on that. We know how things are. In my last video, I was talking about Chelsea winning this last 4 matches and getting up to 78 points. I think we'll be lucky to be able to get 71 to 74 points at this point, because I'm not expecting anything. We cannot expect. But we will talk a little bit about, keeping Chelsea aside, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the midweek. Today's matches, the 2 matches which kind of relate to us. The Manchester derby is a big match, irrespective of what situation it is. That Manchester City wins the match, they'll go on top and most likely win the Premiership. There's still some 2-3 matches left, and so irrespective of that, the Manchester derby is always a big match. And how it also affects us, I'll talk a little bit, and also the Wolves versus Arsenal match. So first, the Manchester derby, very important match in the sense the Man United is playing 4 matches in 12 days, 3 matches in around about 8 days. Everton and then Man City, and then we'll be playing us on the 28th. So I'm not talking much about Man City here, because it doesn't concern us, but a little bit on the Manchester United fans. Their players, after losing 4-0 to Everton, will really pepped up for this match. Pepped up, anyways. The thing is that either they want Man City to actually go ahead and win the Premiership or not. I mean, Manchester United fans are equally divided. I think some people want Man City to win it, some people don't want Man City to win it. So some Manchester United fans want Man City to win it and don't want Liverpool to win it, and some the other way around. So Liverpool fans obviously want Man United to win or get some points today. Manchester United players, what do you think they want? According to me, I think they have big egos, the likes of Pogba, the likes of Rashford. Now that Rashford has been linked with Real Madrid, they have big egos. They will want to do something after the 4-0 loss to Everton, the 4-0 drubbing actually at the Goodison. So they will not like to go out there again, play second best to Manchester City at Old Trafford. Now this is similar to what has happened to Chelsea. There have been times when Chelsea has lost away from home, but the next match when they are playing at Stamford Bridge, they normally tend to play well and try to get 3 points. So I guess the same thing will apply with Manchester United players today at Old Trafford when they play Manchester City. They're not going to take it lightly. I don't think Manchester City will have an easy game today. Even if Manchester City wins today, it will be tough for them to get. It could be a 1-0 win for Man City. It could also be 3-2, 4-0, like a classic Premier League match. But Manchester United players, according to me, would not take it easily. They will not give up so easily. I was standing so back. So anyways, I come front. So as I was saying, Manchester United players will not go down so easily today. It's a big match. Manchester's derby match is not the kind of match you like to lose, but if you got to lose, you're going to play well, especially playing at home at Old Trafford. You want to show it to your fans that you guys will not go down so easily. So I'm expecting Manchester United to have some teeth today. So I don't see Man City is going to win today so easily. Saying that, it'll be interesting from how it matters to Chelsea point of view. That's what's the most important point. Because Manchester United is playing 3-4 matches back to back every 3-4 days, the fatigue factor will come in, and if they play a high tempo match tonight, it might affect them when they play Chelsea at Old Trafford coming Sunday, which is just about 4 days from today. Now Chelsea will also have to prove, Chelsea players, especially after drawing with Burnley at home, they will want to go out and get something done, especially maybe a win, which I don't think this Chelsea team can go up to Old Trafford and get 3 points. I don't think they can. 1 point will be good enough, but 3 points, don't think so. But saying the fact that Manchester United is playing so many matches and playing big matches, this is going to be a high tempo match tonight. There's a possible chance their players might be fatigued, and that might just work for us. Again, no expectations. So this will be an interesting match for us as well for the Premiership title, whether it's going to Anfield or it's going to the Etihad. Interesting. I still believe Manchester City will have enough to win this match. They're just that kind of a team right now, Manchester City and Liverpool in that matter, that they don't want to give up. So I don't think they will give up, but Manchester United will give a show. Now let's come up to the other match, and a very interesting match. Wolves at home at the Molineux versus Arsenal, the Gunners. Now let's talk about Wolves. It's not going to be an easy match for Arsenal. First and foremost, I'll tell you how it is, as simple as that. Manchester United, no, not Manchester United, sorry. Liverpool is the only team in this season who have actually beaten Molineux, who have beaten Wolves at Molineux. Spurs have beaten them 3-2, Wolves and Liverpool beat them 2-0. The rest of the teams, Manchester City drew 1-1 at Molineux, Chelsea lost 2-1 over there, and Manchester United lost twice, once in the FA Cup, once in the Premier League at the Molineux. Chelsea has drawn with Wolves at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal has drawn with Wolves 1-1 at the Emirates. So we know that Wolves will be a tough team to beat, and this is a match at Molineux, which is Wolves' home ground. So it's going to be even tougher for teams. So I'm expecting Arsenal to drop points. Now coming to it, unless Wolves plays really badly or Arsenal plays really well after that loss to Crystal Palace, I don't see how Arsenal can beat Wolves today. But then Arsenal players will have to keep in mind, and I'm pretty sure they will have in mind, that fact that they played Crystal Palace, they lost to it. If they lose today's match, they have an away match to Leicester, which is also a tough place to go. So that could actually hamper their chance of any top 4 position. So it will be interesting, but I think Wolves is not an easy place to go. Wolves is one of those teams just got promoted, just like what Burnley did last season. It was very tough to go to Turf Moor and beat Burnley last season. There have been seasons in the Premier League over the last 20-25 years when newly promoted sides play so well and they finish 7th or 8th. It has happened with Fulham, it has happened with Charlton Athletic, it has happened with Bolton Wanderers, it has happened before with a lot of other teams. This season it's Wolves, and Molineux is a tough place for any club to go, and I think Arsenal will have it tough to go there. But then again, as I said, just because they lost, they might have something, because they cannot lose another match. But I feel that unless Wolves plays really badly, I don't see Arsenal getting 3 points today. Again, it has to be a cracker from one of those individual Arsenal players. So interesting from Chelsea point of view that there is still a chance, in case Wolves get some points today, maybe a win today. That would be great. But irrespective of that, our players need to come up and get the things going. Hopefully there was a win for us, but it didn't work out. Hopefully some of these matches, some of these results go our way, but we still should not expect overall about playing Champions League, about playing Europa Cup. With this team, even if we go there, play Champions League football against the likes of PSG and Juventus, I mean, we are going to get badly drilled. So it makes sense that we keep it aside and take it as it comes. Try to rebuild properly from inside out. Try to rebuild. Try to bring some of our academy players who are out on loan, bring them on. Try to keep Sari and give him all the power. In case there is a transfer ban, we can't do much. If there is no transfer ban, maybe we'll buy a good couple of 2-3 players and try to change things. I'll make the next video about the players who I think should come back to Stamford Bridge. I certainly believe the likes of Mason Mount, the Tammy Abrahams, the Reece James of this world, Evan Timori, I mean, he won the Derby Player of the Year award, which is great. I mean, great. And Ola Aina also, and even Marco van Ginkel, who is injured currently, should get a chance among many other players who should come back. They should be given a chance. I actually made this video one month back, but I did not upload it. Now I feel that I should make this video in a better way, talk a little bit, because I felt some of these players like Mason Mount and the Tammy Abraham should go on loan in the Premier League before they come to Chelsea. But I feel the way we are playing, it doesn't make sense to send them on loan in the Premier League. Let them play at Chelsea. What bad can happen? Either with the current crop of players, we are 5th, 6th. If these players come in, what will happen? We will be 6th, 7th. Let it be. But still, they will play. But Chelsea, the club they have been with so many years, good things might happen. So, well, I'll talk about it in the next video. But I hope to hear from you guys as always. Let me know who you think will win the Manchester Derby, or if there will be a draw. Do you think that high tempo match in the Manchester Derby could result Chelsea to get something out in the Old Trafford match come Sunday? Do you think Wolves can beat Arsenal tonight? Because it could be interesting if that happens. What do you think was happening in Chelsea overall? What will happen to Chelsea? Are we still going to be a mid-table side, or something will change? Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Till next time, it was great making this video. Hopefully it will be a great week coming few days. Till next time, bye.